Hi guys, it's me Anne from Geeks of Green, and today we have Ekta Chaudhary from Garden Up, and I will be chatting with her and interviewing her, asking her a few questions about the Garden Up story and about the story of her store. So I really hope you all enjoy this chat as much as I did. Before we get into the interview, I would like to quickly remind you to follow me on Instagram and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so, and hit the bell icon for notifications so you can be part of the notification squad and also benefit from the giveaways that we are doing every month on Geeks of Green. February's giveaway is sponsored by Reese Story, and this video is the last chance to participate in that giveaway. So do comment down below if you want to know more. Go and check the description. The rules are all there for you. So let's get started then. Okay, so Ekta, it's really great to have you here. I mean, chatting with you is really nice because I've heard of you. I've seen you on all the social media handles. I've never interacted with you. I'm really thrilled to have you here.
It is an absolute pleasure for me because I somehow feel that it doesn't feel like we're talking for the first time.
Exactly.
Because yes,
The plants
it's an
connect,
absolute
right?
pleasure. Yes.
Yeah. So people who love plants, I think we automatically bond. That's, I think, a given, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean,
Yeah.
we have something in common. So.
Yeah, we do. So, Ekta, please tell us your story. Like, what got you interested in plants? How did it all start? And, the beginning of the Garden Up story.
So this is a very commonly asked question, and I have taken a fair amount of time sitting and thinking that what happened really in my life, that because I have my education is very much around plants and ecology, but like where did it all start? So I think it probably started when I was really young. So I grew for about a decade in Noida, which is like NCR outside Delhi, and so I don't know if it was same in Mumbai, but at least in 90s, water didn't used to come for like for the entire day. So it would be like set amount of time.
Yeah, that's
In the evening, it will come for 2 hours. So this was the time people would fill their matkas for water and water their plants. So my job, I grew up with my grandmother, and my job when I was like 4, 5 or 6 years was to water the plants. I had a small bucket, and it was my job to ensure पहले आगे वाले पौधे पानी करने like the front part of the house, and next day evening I have to do पीछे वाला. So it'll be like one day I do आगे वाले and the other day, and like once in 2 days I have to water all the plants, and I had a tiny bucket to do this. So I think probably that was perhaps the time that like attracted me to plants. I guess so.
Yeah, you notice them for the first time. And then the
Yes, so I
story goes
think it
on.
started, and that's, I mean, without knowing, my education sort of drifted me towards plants and forest and natural
Wow.
ecosystem, and then you know
Yeah,
and eventually made a business out of it. But yes, I think that has been probably the first time I got interested in plants.
that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you tell us your top three favorite plants? What are your
So
top
my
three?
top three plants, I am actually I have them around on my work table. I'm sitting on my work table. Is first is peace lily, and I think because this is one plant you can keep indoors, you can keep it kind of outdoors. If you keep it outdoors, it'll give flowers. If you keep it indoors, it won't give flowers. But it's a plant, even if you go wrong with it, it will recover if you start watering it appropriately. Like it asks very minimum from you. So I really like peace lily for that. uh, and my second plant is Koi, because they flower and they're like really tiny flowers. This is another plant doesn't ask for much. So I really like this plant because it's flowering, doesn't ask for much, easy to care, and you don't have to water it like that often. And the last plant, the third plant is actually, I think, very underrated. I know in India everybody grows it, but I think it needs to be talked about more. The classic
mean,
money plant photos.
that's true.
Because I think while growing up, we've seen money plant cuttings growing everywhere, and
True.
I think the new age gardeners are like, अरे ये पौधा तो मैंने देखा हुआ है, इसमें तो कुछ मतलब it's nothing new. But
Exactly.
I feel that it's a very easy to grow plant. Here I have another one which is like falling. It looks really nice. So I really like this plant as well. So these are my top 3.
Thanks, yeah, for sharing. And that's true. These plants, though they're underrated, they are absolutely easy to care for and they look good. They add, everything that you need to your garden, or, the greenery is there and it is a very, easy to keep plant. So definitely that's a good 3 choices actually.
Yes.
Okay, can you
And
tell
more,
us? Yeah,
sorry.
please. Yeah.
And more inclined towards indoor plants because like unlike veggies or some flowers, these are plants that you can keep them forever. So that's why.
Yes.
Of course, there are a couple of veggies also that I really like that are easy to grow, but most of them are seasonal, like or they have a limited time period. But these plants are like once you grow them and you care for them, then they'll be there forever.
Yeah, they're like your pets, they'll last with you for a very long time. So can you tell us which plant has, troubled you the most and, you've really given up on it or something like that?
Actually, I think it's a category of plants, vegetables, because I stay in a high rise and let's say tomato. When I'm doing everything right, I know, and the flowers do not become a tomato. And it's not my mistake. It's just that there are no pollinators these days in the cities. So even chili and capsicum, they're very easy to grow plants, but I really like growing veggies, but I feel very disappointed that I've done everything right from like getting the seed germinated and caring for it. And then the flower does not become a fruit. That, I mean, it sort of disturbs me. So I feel very troubled and I don't give up, but I keep trying them again. I'll hand pollinate them. But yes, they trouble me a lot.
You grow quite a lot of veggies, right? In your
Yes,
balcony.
I have a west-facing balcony. In fact, when we rented out this house, that was the most important selling point for us. That it's west-facing, good sun.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I only knew 10 years ago that, I would keep so many plants, I would have definitely, considered sunlight. But I didn't, and mine is a north-facing balcony with very limited sunlight.
And I'm curious, like I probably will talk about this later, that you have children and you have plants. So, like, how do you manage both of them together is something I would want to know.
Yeah, definitely. We'll chat about that. I have them in the garden along with me. So there are pots breaking, there are plants being eaten, and all that keeps happening. But it's very difficult. But I think that obsession drives you, and that love for it and the passion, it drives you to do it like somehow.
So you have a really young daughter, right? Like, so doesn't she tend to like reach out to them to feed them? Yeah.
My Ekta, she is one character. I'm telling you, my older one was very calm, and you would think he's very careful and all that. But this one is adventurous, She will. I'll see her sitting somewhere and she'll be chewing something. I'm like, "What are you eating?" And she'll be like, "Plants." Like, oh no.
Oh shit.
She does that. So thankfully, she was very attracted to one fern. And that fern was non-toxic, I knew. She was only attracted to that fern. It was very frilly and all that. So she used to go and pluck that one only. So somehow I was like, thank you, God, you're like, at least she's eating that fern, nothing else.
Yeah.
But it's dangerous.
I can imagine with like children, it could be dangerous sometimes.
Yeah. What I've generally done is I've now moved all my plants to my balcony, and in the indoors, I don't keep it because of Nia, especially, and also lack of light. So indoors, it's less. I just keep rotating. Sometimes when I have guests, when I'm entertaining, that is when I put plants indoors, and then I move it back to the balcony. And they are not always in the balcony, so that way I can manage them.
Right. Yeah,
okay,
that's a good idea, even for people.
Yeah. What is the greatest challenge you face when you grow plants at home?
So, for me, like, so in my hostel is when I seriously started growing plants, like crazy number of plants, and then I moved to Mumbai. So both these places, space has been the biggest problem. So try and use the vertical space as much possible. And the second problem I think a lot of people face is that watering them, and if you have like a good bundle of them, 50 or more plants, or even 20 or more plants, then every day to water them, and especially when you're on a vacation, how do you water them? That I have now encountered with a self irrigation, the automatic system to water them. But still, I think I could do a better job of ensuring that they get watered every time, especially when we are out. So now what I've done is that I've punctured a couple of holes in that the self irrigation system so that a shower comes out.
Oh, wow.
And just in case that, if one pipe comes out, there's tiny pipes that distribute water from the main pipe. So in case that tiny pipe moves out, that plant does not die, just that fountain of water ensures. So for me, ensuring watering them, especially when I'm not here, has been like one of the biggest challenges.
And you tend to, move out, or, you travel a lot, right? So
Yes.
this
In
is-
fact, 2019, when I moved to Mumbai, I had to travel a lot for work. And 20 has been like I've been home luckily, but then end of 20, I went home again for like a month. So वो बहुत बड़ा एक challenge था कि how do you do that? So I did a video about it also. But yes, to getting them watered is like one
is a
challenge. for me.
challenge. Yeah. I also have been, thinking of setting up an irrigation system, but I find it a little overwhelming to, think of.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're kind of encouraging me to, try it out. At least for a section, I should, probably try
Yes.
it out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Start with like a simple one, and then you can probably get the cell automatic system. So this one waters like every 6 hours
Okay.
for 1 minute. So that you can set up, like start with just like one self irrigation where you put it in the tap without the regulator. And once you get comfortable, then you can introduce a regulator.
Thanks. Yeah, definitely. I will try it out now. I should. Okay, can we talk a little bit about your store? Now we hear a lot about your store. It's a lot of exciting things are happening, and we see a lot of new products and all that. So can you tell us how did your store start and the story of your store probably?
So when I started Garden Up was essentially catering to people of our age who wanted to do gardening, because before that I think that people were talking about like gardening was meant for, sorry to say this, but for like 60 plus people who had a big terrace or a big ground where they can grow plants, but not people like us, who might not have the luxury of buying a big painting or a sofa. हम ड्राइंग रूम में गद्दा बिछा के काम कर लेते हैं, but we also want to splurge and decorate, right? So when Garden Up YouTube started, then I thought that, because plants are becoming such an important part of our decor, so I thought that, a plant decor store could be something that could cater to the needs of people of our age. So that's how I came up with Garden Up store about a year back. And then the idea was to make it like a conscious business. Businesses, I think, are of two types. One is this huge business, they have like a big production line, they're very less margin, but they make thousands of pieces of this, and they go look for an investment, and then they can use that money to set up a whatever, like a big scale production. Then there are small businesses like ours where you put in your personal money, and you're very sensitive to what exactly your audience needs. You make small inventory, like for comparison, like I don't know, like big brands would do 1,000 pieces or 500 of pieces. We do like 50 pieces of a pot. So, but then we are very sensitive कि pot के लिए drainage plate चाहिए so that the water gets out and gets collected. What kind of ceramic it is? It's porcelain, so that it's like high grade and you're investing, so it should like run for you for longer, doesn't break that easily. So the idea was to make a conscious business catering to this need and working with people who are like doing really interesting stuff in their field. So like we do pots, we do hangers, we do baskets, and I wanted to show like these. This is something that we started. It is among the first few products, and then we have modified it a couple of times.
Yeah.
This is the pine wood hanger. So it's a DIY hanger. Now this pine wood, it comes on Indian ports because a lot of import that happens of bigger machines come in this pine wood packaging. And the girl who makes these, she buys it, she polishes, cuts them, and then she makes kinds of DIY kits. And people can like adjust the height or get creative or do like some sort of a macrame with it. So with a small business like ours, like a business for a big business, this is not scalable. But for a small business like ours, which is like we have such a personal relationship with people, we know exactly what they're looking for. It gives us this freedom to, come up with interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So this is what essentially Garden Up Store is about.
Yeah. That's a wonderful vision, actually. It's a wonderful story. We would like to see some more of your products, and can you show us one of your favorites?
Yes. So
And then some more.
my favorite have been baskets. So we experimented with like kinds of baskets. So this is a straw basket. In Assam, we get this straw from Assam because they use for growing dhan, yani ki rice, and just the straw bach jata hai, then they make baskets. So in Northeast India, a lot of work like that is done. Then in South India, this is actually my favorite product. So this is, I don't know where did I keep the, yeah, here. So this is a palm basket. And the reason I said this is my favorite, there are two reasons for it. About 3-4 months back, we introduced this basket, and the girl who gets them made, she lost her job because of COVID, and she's from Madurai, and she wanted to make a business of her own. So she reached out and she's like, I am from a village outside Madurai. There, women are taught to work with palm, but you have to tell them ki kya banana hai, like a basket or a container. You have to tell them. So we thought of making these palm baskets. So these are women outside Madurai in villages. They're taught how to use palm. So and then because we had done so many baskets, kinds of baskets, we were very comfortable. So we tried this one comes with a lid. You can store a lot of things. So utility has been another factor that we have been looking at. He said decorative nahi hona chahiye, because there should be also like a utility to it. So you do the storage thing, and then these are the porcelain planters that have been like doing really well. And baskets. As I said, this is my comfort zone that I started with on the stone. Baskets. I mean, because I use them so much, I hide all my clutter in baskets. Like I think in our house we have like 8 to 10, and especially I think if you have children, for them this would be like a great thing to hide.
Like a toy bin and all.
Yeah. So yes, essentially we have been like whatever we do, there's like a conscious decision. Who is making it? How is it being made? What is the utility of that product? And yes, so now thankfully we have like over 50 kinds of products on GardenUp. We also have soya candles. So soy candles are so generally candles are made from paraffin wax. And when you burn that paraffin, it's essentially petroleum. So there are harmful fumes. But we are using the soy candles, so they're not harmful candles. And this is one product we have introduced right from 399 to like 1,000 rupees, something depending on what is the size and what is the container you have. So I'll show you one of those candles. They're made in Ahmedabad. They're these two girls who make them, and they hand pour them. This is, I think, this is musk geranium. Yeah. So that's been our idea, to like reach out for products that are unique, have a story to them. And then of course we have like the typical gardening kit for beginners. So it will come with like, this is a microgreen kit. So it comes with pots, it comes with seeds, it will come with soil, that kind of thing. So yes, the idea is basically to build a store which is like personal, which is consciously made and caters to these needs of gardeners of your and my age.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I mean, it's really nice. We're really thrilled to hear about all this, and it's very exciting. And I really love your taste as well. How you've curated all this. It's very classy and it's elegant and really
Thank you so
beautiful.
much. Yeah.
And yeah, so
And it's such a great opportunity that you gave me to come and speak about it. Like, I think
no,
this is
it's
the first time I'm ever talking about it, like
this
publicly.
too. Yeah, it's something very personal, very close to your heart, right? I can see the joy in your eyes and the excitement when you're talking about it. That's really nice. Okay, can you now quickly share with us, like, Any tip or any advice that you have for viewers, any gardening
I think
related things?
it'll be something very counterintuitive. And my tip is that stop over caring for your plants. Like, stop watering them too much. It's all right. Like, it's easy to judge if the leaves are drooping. That means your plant needs water. So if you don't know when to water that plant, watch it, like observe it, instead of like putting water to it every day.
True.
So I think my general recommendation is just don't care about the plants too much.
Exactly. Let them be and they will thrive.
Yeah, yeah,
That's right.
yeah, yeah. So I was away in December. I wasn't home, and here in Mumbai, so I had that irrigation system set up. That's it. And this balcony has become crazy. The kind of growth I saw in my plants because I moved everything out. So the sun was like abundance of
Wow.
sun and good amount of moisture. They like I have to prune and chop most of my plants now.
Wow.
So I think if you just let them be, sometimes it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're away, they do better than when you are there.
Unfortunately. Yeah, so a lot of people commented under the video. They're like, "Oh, that's a clear sign." What will be your message?
Oh, my message.
Sorry to put you on
Yeah.
a spot, but I was
No,
like,
no.
I want to know
Anything.
what a fellow gardener thinks.
Yeah, yeah. We don't actually, if I were to think on the same lines, I would say being anxious about your plants and stressing over plant death is something that gardeners should let go. I keep telling people that plants die, they do die, they're living beings, they eventually die. And
Right.
sometimes because of our lack of care, sometimes because they just don't like it in your house, the conditions are not right for them, or there's some pest, or there could be a
Right.
million reasons, or that's it, they've lived their cycle. So stressing
Yeah.
over plant death is something that I see new gardeners, struggling with, and I just tell them that just let it be. Every gardener, I mean, the greatest gardeners have plants dying on them. So after you do everything, sometimes
Yeah.
it will not
Yeah.
work, and there'll be no explanation, and you can't really
Yeah.
say what went wrong. So I would like to say, chill and relax, and be okay with plant death. Move on, learn from your mistakes, and try again. Don't give up. That is one more thing.
I
So,
completely agree.
yeah,
I think my general reaction is always like, it's okay. First line would be, it's all right. It's nothing to worry about.
exactly.
Yeah. And I think if somebody says that they haven't killed the plant, it's a lie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
kills plants.
Yeah.
That
I
is
think
the
it's a kind of like a learning curve. You grow in intuition. You develop intuition about your
yeah,
plants as you watch them grow. And because even if there's like one formula, uh, that cannot be applied to same
true.
plant in different places, right? In
True,
your house, it
exactly.
might be different, and my house might be
Very
different.
true. Very
Yeah.
true. So understand your situation. That's what I keep telling. Understand where you are at. Now, if I
Yeah.
try to keep like a pilea in my north balcony, it won't do
Yeah.
well. It will not
Yeah.
uptake water. Whenever I water it, there's no
Yeah.
sunlight for it to grow.
Yeah.
Unless I do something and I better, and eventually I think we get better. Also, the
Yeah.
death rate becomes lesser.
Yeah. And the death rate. Yeah.
That is there. So, all the best for your store. I hope you
Yeah.
have a wonderful store and
Thank
you're
you
able to
so
achieve
much.
a lot. And congratulations on your 1 million, right?
Ah,
I
thank
mean,
you.
amazing.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And good luck to you too.
Yeah, thanks.
So guys, don't forget to go and check the Garden Up store. She has a lovely variety of products for you, and I will leave the link down in the description as well, so you can go and check it out. And if you like the video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. I will see you soon in another video. Till then, stay green.